It's extremely unfortunate, but thank you to a few friends that pointed this out to me that either made a team themselves or they've seen people sprouting about it and talking about it, that yes, teams were reverted. So looking back to my previous video, I've just popped out. I just found out more information, so I wanted to get this out quickly as soon as we can. But there are teams there that made these changes last night, right? During the game. They've been reverted. But if you created a team during that game, put Cartwright as captain, field your team with all players from the last 3 games, right? So Dogs, Eels, Dragons, Titans, and then Cowboys and the Dolphins, right? That's all you could fill, obviously, given they're the last three games to play. If you field a team like that, these guys at the moment, I'm seeing teams with sort of 620 odd, 5 players to go, so well ahead of most of us. Teams that if they selected correctly are up in sort of the 800s and 900s. That if they pick the Eisenhuths, the RFMs, Sloan, all these types of players, right? So unfortunately, they have not been changed around right now. So the big stat here is, yes, it's not crazy, but there are teams out there have done it. So Cartwright's ownership right now, if you look at footystatistics.com, is 1.21%. It was, and now it's 1.24%. So there has been a bunch of teams that have slipped through the cracks. And this is not a crazy amount of teams, right? But it's enough to, when we see the rankings next at the end of round 1, if that is all teams filled with players from the last 3 games, we know exactly what that means. So what we're here to do, guys, is actually help me get this sorted. So if you can, I'd absolutely appreciate it. I'll be sending this email now. I'll show you how to do it as well. And I'll put this in the description as well. If you want to copy it, that would be awesome. I think that's the easiest way. You can just copy it and send it straight away. So yeah, I've just got this in here. You can read it yourself. But basically that was the point there. I said that full fantasy teams were made during that game. They could also make them during the game after as well, because things hadn't locked out either. So I've got that in there. Just saying I hope it can be rectified before the end of round 1. As it is completely unfair to players who created their teams fairly, obviously. And before that, at least even just before that game would be fine, right? But during that game, they need to, hopefully they have timestamps and stuff that they can sort out. But if it can't be rectified technically, then it may be that we do end up having to do a complete round 2 restart and just use this as trials, because it is sad. I understand that, like, if you're making a team with just players from the last 3 games, right? There are screenshots out there, and you look at their team, they're like, oh, they're okay. They do have trades to use next week, though. They do have cash in the bank, so they could, just have that really good start and then make their trades each and every week to get their really gun players in that are going to score well, like to work their way up to Clearys and all this kind of stuff, right? And Cartwright as captain is not going to work every week, but it is all about the integrity of the game, and I want to make sure that this is correct, because you guys all love this game. You put a lot of hard work into it, into making your teams, the preseason and the like, and obviously I put a lot of hard work into it myself, and I want to see this right. So if you can jump in the description, copy this, and then just post it in here, guys. So what you do is you go to that left-hand bar, all right? It'll say help, click help, and then it will come up the top here, contact us, right? And then it'll come over to the side, and it won't be on this screen first. It'll just be on like, what can I help you with? And if it's something like terms and conditions or something like that, it will just pop up for you. But if you just type in, hey, there was an issue last night, I'd like it rectified, it'll come up, it'll take you to this screen here. So you just put your name, email address, your description. So we'll copy that in, pop it in the description. If you do have any screenshots of what you've seen, or if you want to put screenshots of that, footy statistics page as well, that could be really helpful as well. But I know most people don't have it. I've got that. I'm going to send that through to them. And if you want that information, I can send that to you to send over as well. If you want those screenshots, that's cool. But if you've seen a team that's set up like that and they're still valid, then chuck that attachment in there. It's going to help them as well. But if we can get sort of, even if it is 50 or 100, I think that's going to be enough to get their attention, and hopefully they can do something about it. Because all we want in this game is integrity, it to be played fairly, even if we go poorly. As I said, we're on the grind. I'm quite happy to be on the grind and get back from the 70K I'm at. But just a big thank you to you guys. If you do happen to do that, I would absolutely appreciate it. I know a lot of other coaches out there will. It's not just my head on the line. If a lot of people quit and obviously stop watching my videos and stuff, that's helpful for me. But all you guys and the hard work that you put in to then come out and see that teams have created players of this game have created teams unfairly. So thanks, guys. Chuck that in there. It'll be a quick one, and seeing that hopefully today's Cowboys game's good for me anyway.